So today we have a Work in the Community project that starts at 3 o'clock. So we're meeting at Casa Sit down in Valparaiso to drive to Via Esperanza, which is one of the government-constructed neighborhoods that's up way, way up on the hills, on the cerros. And this is, so we had a meeting about it on Wednesday, which was, we were in Casa Sit and we ate our lunches and we were hanging out, and then we literally walked down the stairs next door and up the stairs to this place that's a project that works with like pulling university students from all the universities in Valpo and Vina, which there are a lot, into these communities up in the hills to work with the people to sort of get to know, because like I said earlier, they're out of sight, out of mind. They're way up in the hills. They're just sort of like, they're way out there. So a lot of people can just live their daily lives without thinking of these things. They at the meeting the other day, they did a little presentation, and they flashed a picture of the place, and it was just like dirt, like the roads were like caved in and had rocks and bumps, and some of the houses were made of that metal board that sort of it's like zigzaggy metal board. Some of them were made of leftover sort of 2x4s with big gaps in between, and this is out in like up higher than where I am right now. And during the nights, right now, I mean, I'm layered up. I have on 2 t-shirts. I have on my Liam jacket, like a jacket over, 2-3 pairs of pants. It gets very cold at night. So these are just situations that I can't imagine people. I hadn't thought of people living in here in this area. I don't know. Call me naive. Anyway, so this project works with university students generally, and then twice a year with SIT. So we're going to go to the Via Esperanza, and we have a couple different assignments. One group is painting inside a house, which somehow I got assigned to. One group is painting a fence, which seems a lot easier than painting inside a house. One group is so this project has a house up there that serves as sort of like a community meeting center, which the project does not work to do anything for the community. They've set up this community meeting center, and then they work on beautifying the area. Hola, hermano. So with this house, there's a fence outside. It's like just a little sort of picket fence that we're responsible for painting, and then some people are going to work on getting some new plants there to sort of beautify the little area. Some people are going to make the steps easier to climb, easier to walk up. Someone's going to install a sink, like a kitchen sink to wash plates. Not sure how that's going to go. And then there's a group that's just flying kites with kids. So they're going to be just sort of learning from the kids, sort of what their experience is. And then obviously we're all going to talk about it together. So that's in Via Esperanza. And we talked a bit with the project, the group that works with them, about, you know, how these people sort of live their lives, have their lives changed, things like that. And I hope to be able to say a lot more about that when we get back, and about what their lives are like when we get back. But one of the big points that was stressed, and I know I said this earlier, but that when there's an emergency in that neighborhood, the ambulances, the fire trucks, things like that, can't get in quickly. So often, there have been neighborhoods that the entire place is burned down because a fire truck couldn't get in, because there are no roads. Meanwhile, down in Vina, the roads are cleaned every week, and the flowers are, I mean, I'll take more pictures down there. And and hopefully be able to take some pictures today. The difference is incredible. It will blow you away. So it's very interesting, and I think it's a great time that to have us work in a community like this, because I had just sort of been getting into the flow of, oh, everything's like this and everything's nice and pretty and flowers, and so it ended up sort of reminding me of being at U of R. U of R is so well manicured, so well, the lawns are always clean. People are raking pine needles off of the grass because, God forbid, there be, well, I know that it destroys the grass, but still, God forbid there be pine needles on the grass. New flowers are planted, practically weekly there. So, but then when you go out into Richmond, like, it's just it can be very opposite. Now, in Richmond has roads, obviously has, but they don't have beautification projects. They don't have a beautification team like U of R does. They don't, and it's very reminiscent of this. So it should be a very interesting distinction going to Via Esperanza today, and I hope to be able to share a lot about that.